Hi everyone, so in this video we're going to talk about iodine and what happens when we heat it, and there's something special. It's called sublimation when we heat iodine. But just before we do this, I want to recap some of the stuff that you've learned before in terms of our change of state. So on this page I've got solid, liquid and gas and diagrams showing how the particles are arranged in each of them. So the orange arrows at the top represent when things are heated. So when we heat a solid to turn it into a liquid, we call that change of state melting. When we heat a liquid, turn it into a gas, it's called evaporation. And then the black arrows at the bottom represent when we cool things down. So when we cool a gas into a liquid, it's called condensation. And when we cool a liquid into a solid, it's called freezing. Okay. Now the temperature at which a solid changes into liquid is called the melting point. And that temperature is the exact same temperature as which a liquid changes into a solid. So they both happen at the melting point for the substance. And then when a liquid changes into a gas, it's called the boiling point, which is the exact same temperature as what happens when a gas changes into a liquid. Now for iodine, it goes straight from a solid to a gas. There's no in between. So when we heat up solid iodine, it changes straight into a gas. That's called sublimation. And then when the gas iodine cools down, it will change straight from a gas to a solid. So we're going to show you this reaction now, and there's no intermediate liquid stage. It's just called straight from solid to gas and back again. So remember that word, sublimation. Okay, it might be hard to hear me because the fume cupboard's on, but in the bottom of the conical glass we've got some grey flakes of iodine crystals. Okay, they're solid iodine. We have to do it in the fume cupboard because iodine vapour, we don't want to breathe that in. So when we heat this gently, and we're going to heat this very gently, you will see that the the grey flakes will turn into purple vapour or dark violet vapour. So inside the conical glass, not sure if you can see it, you've got some purple gas. More purple now. See? And if I let that sit and it cools down again, we will get some grey solid forming on the sides of the flask. So it goes straight from, there's no liquid iodine, it goes straight from being a solid grey solid to being a purple gas. Now, there's a much easier way or better way of me showing you the sublimation again using the test tube and the boiling tube. I'll do that now. Okay, so what this is, we've got a boiling tube with some iodine crystals, so the grey solid at the bottom, and then inside it we've got a test tube that has some ice in it. So we're going to gently heat the iodine. It's going to sublime and turn into the purple vapour, which then will hit the cold surface of the test tube and will sublime again and form a grey solid. We should get some lovely grey crystals forming on the surface of that test tube. So let's see if it works. So gently heating it, we've got the purple vapour. The purple vapour is rising up, it's hitting the surface of the test tube. Start to see some lovely crystals forming. Camera's picking up or not, but there's some really nice crystals forming on the surface of the test tube. Hopefully you can make it out. If not, when you're back in the lab, you can see them sort of glittering a wee bit in the light. Hopefully when you're back in the lab, your teacher will be able to show you this. But in real life, it looks pretty cool. Well, there you go, that's showing up now in the video. So you can see this, the grey solid at the bottom, the purple vapour, and then the grey crystals or grey solid forming on the layer of the test tube. It's just the reflection of the lights in the classroom that's hitting off the test tube at the minute.